Hey, it's Mr. Leatherwood. That's you. And
And Coach C.
Coach C. That's your tagline, huh? Coach C.
Well, I said that in the last video.
Oh, okay.
So I had to say it in this video. That's why I paused. I pondered.
So that's the first 15 seconds of your video.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we're going to talk about percents. And the first thing we need to know about percents is what do they mean? And so what does percents mean for you?
It means that number is out of 100.
Yeah, percent means out of 100. So that's super important.
So write that down.
Yeah, definitely. Percent means out of 100. So for example, we have 25%. So 25% could be written as a decimal and it could be written as a fraction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if we wanted to write it as a fraction, since we know now that percents are out of 100, I would want to write that 25 is out of 100. So I would write 25 over 100.
Easy.
And there's my fraction. 25
out of 100 because percent means out of 100, which makes it really easy to turn it into a decimal because if you can read this fraction, 25 hundredths equals 25 hundredths.
Perfect.
Cool. And we're going to see kind of a shortcut as we go to the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the next one, we have 56%. So I'll do the fraction this time. So 56% means 56 out of 100. So I would just do 56 out of 100.
Okay. And now, if we want to write it as a percent, we're going to use the shortcut this time, right?
Sure.
Okay. So if we want to use a shortcut, all we have to do is we know 36 is a whole number, so our decimal goes at the end of 36.
56?
56.
She's reading it upside down.
I'm upside down.
To be fair.
Sorry.
That's okay.
56. All you have to do is move that decimal place over 2 spots to the left, and it's always only 2 spots. No matter what whole number you have, it's always 2 spots to the left.
Because we want it to be out of 100, so that puts it in the hundreds place, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'll give them kind of a hard one then. So let's say this always throws people. So we have 8.25%, or 8 and 25 hundredths percent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a hard one sometimes to put into a fraction.
Right.
Okay. So let me show you the fraction way first, or the way that I figure this out is if I just look at this being 8%, I would write it 8 over 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I write 8.25%, I could do just that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Okay. So then the decimal, if we use our, I don't know, what do you want to say? Or I guess, I don't want to show you the okay. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay, so this is where it gets hard, turning it into a decimal. So I think of just the percent. So if it was just percent, if it was 8%, I would write it that way, right?
Right.
8 out of 100.
Right.
And so the way I figure out the rest is I just continue to write my number.
You just add it on.
Yeah. So this is always one that really tricks the kids up. Or you could do it our little shortcut way, and let me get a different color. I move it over 2 places.
And then always remember to fill in your blank spaces with a 0 if you move it over and there's not a number there.
There you go.
You have to have a placeholder. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I think so.
Placeholders?
Yeah, that's
okay,
good.
We'll say that.
All right. So that's how we convert percents to fractions and fractions to decimals, or vice versa. You could go from a decimal to a percent, whatever. Now, let's try some real world math.
Whoa.
So Carlos went shopping for a shirt. There was a sale for 45% off the shirt he wanted. If the original price of the shirt was $25, what was the sale price? So we're finding 45% of our $25. So 45% of our $25. Or we could say, if you like to multiply fractions, you could do it this way, Or if you're a decimal person, you could do $25 times 4,500 hundredths. So 3 different ways you could set it up.
Yep, and you could use any one you want.
Mm-hmm. Which one do you like?
I'll go fractions.
Yeah, that's
I
the
like
one I would
fractions.
pick too. And I think if we do this, so we would do 4,500 hundredths times 25. I can't remember what we got early. Do you remember? We're gonna
You
use
get 11.25.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So our answer would be 11.25. And that would be, ta-da. That's our answer.
So that is.
That's not the sale price.
That's not the sale price. That is 45% of $25
There we go. So then we would subtract that
to find our total
to find our total.
sale price.
And what was that? Do you remember?
Let's see. 25 minus 11.25. Our total would be $13.75.
Yay. But you can see how percents are real, right? We use these for real.
Use them every day.
Let's do another one. So me and Miss Costello, we go out for lunch, which it never happens because we're teachers. We don't get to leave for lunch.
Yep.
Their food was $24.50 before tax. If the tax was 8.25%, what is their total bill?
So instead of subtracting this time, what do you think we have to do?
Well, we have to add.
Yeah,
So same thing.
our bill increases.
That's right. So we take our $24.50 times our 8.25%, which we talked about earlier, ironically. And that gives us, what, $2.02, I think it was?
Yep.
So we're
So
just
that's how much-
multiplying. We're not showing you the multiplication because you should know how to do this by now, right? In theory.
If you don't, go watch our past video.
There you go. If you like fractions better, you could do this over 100 times 24.50 over 1, and that's going to get you the same answer. And then we have to add that to our bill, right?
I'm going to add something
Okay.
in. When you are multiplying, and if you get an answer that is, like for example, when we multiplied these $24.50 times our tax, you're going to get a number like the exact number is 2.02125. Make sure if you're dealing with money that you cut that number into only, you go up to the hundredths place. Okay? Don't use the whole number. You got to round it just like you're using money. So dollars and cents.
So this was the actual answer on our calculator, right?
Right.
Okay. And we're going to make sure we look at this number to tell us if we round up or round down. Or not round down, keep the same. Right? All right. Are we good there?
We're good.
All right. I think we're going to stop there. We had another problem, but our video is getting a little long. So we're going to stop with percents. This is just a review to kind of get your brain ready for what we're going to do in class. Awesome?
Awesome.
All right. Later, Gators.
Bye.